Well, Splash, the Soldier of the Game Split, hey man, I'm just sitting back watching this Million Dollar Riff Game podcast with Joe Budden. You know, they kicking shit, giving out game and all that there is cool. But, you know, Gillie get in his feelings. You know, Wallow start letting him know, like, you ain't that nigga for like no rapper. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't that nigga like that. Chill out, little nigga. Chill out, little water. You know, Gillie get to reminiscing about a career that never took off. Like, he get to popping his shit, talking about some. We had the #2 biggest song in the country. I don't remember that. Then he'll say, we was the biggest independent label. I don't remember that. You know, I got this deal. I got that deal. I do remember that. Then he get to saying, like, Jay-Z tried to sign me. Okay, cool. This label, that label. Then the nigga gonna say, 50 Cent trying to sign me. Like, oh, Gillie. Like, you're going too far. 50 Cent never tried to sign you, Gillie. He never did. Like, what it was. See, this was around the time, like, 06, 07-ish. You know what I'm saying? Like, around the time when Lil Scrappy dropped that Money in the Bank. It's around that time, right? You know, Gillie on the DVDs, he popping this shit. I think he went to a Scrappy release party for the album. Scrappy had a little release party, and for the Bred to Die, Born to Live album, you know, with Money in the Bank on the Buck on the song and all that stuff. You know, he had to deal with Lil Jon, Scrappy, Lil Jon, and G Unit, so he had the best of the both worlds. You understand? So they pushing that. 50 never really wanted him to be in G Unit. So let's clear that up. Like, 50 never, he knew that Gillie image, his style, his look didn't fit with G Unit. It didn't. So what 50 do? He trying to be a real nigga, you know, trying to look out for niggas. Like, he see the nigga doing his thing, or he got momentum and all that a little momentum, but it's basically off of the DVDs and beef, not really songs and hit records or anthems. It wasn't that. It wasn't that. Like, Gillie never was that nigga for like a song, a solo song. You know, he had Get Down on the Floor, whoa. But that shit didn't get past Philly. You know what I'm saying? It could have been on some radio stations and all that stuff, but like, it wasn't that song. It wasn't it like that. Like, just cause your city, your state like it and they fuck with it in the surrounding areas, but that don't mean the labels and shit like that fuck with it like that, or they feel like that's a banger, that's a smash. 50 Cent never wanted to sign you, Gillie. You know that shit, man. Come on, man. He wasn't even thinking about you. He wasn't even on his radar. Cosmic Kev, he the one who made 50 listen to your music. He the one reached out to 50 and say, man, hey, I ain't never asked you for no favor. I ain't never asked you to get on this song or do this or that. So 50 like, yeah, you right, nigga. And I fuck with you tough. I fuck with you the long way. You know what I'm saying? Cosmic Kev the one that said, 50, man, listen to this Gillie the Kid shit. This shit killing the streets of Philly, man. I'm telling you, this shit finna be the biggest shit in the streets right now, man. I'm telling you. I want to give it to you, and you jump on it for somebody else get on it. So 50 like, all right, I listen to the shit. So 50 heard the song. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what song it was, but he heard it, and he fucked with it. You know, but that's as far as it went. Like, he fucked with it. So he told Cosmic Kev, all right, nigga, I'm going to take this shit to Interscope. Not sign him to G Unit. He never told you he wanted you in G Unit. He never told you that, man. Kev told you, hey, 50 trying to, goddamn, I think he gonna fuck with you. You ran to the DVD and said, chit, I'll finish it off, but it's just gonna cost you. 50 ain't never tell you he was gonna pay you. That ain't what he told Kev. He said, I'm gonna take this shit to the goddamn label. I'm gonna go in there myself. That way they really will know that, yo, I'm fucking with it. And you from with the bad, man. Like, all that cap shit, man. Because when 50 Cent, you know, he did a meeting. He called a meeting. You know, he had Interscope, all these labels right there. He playing Gillie top songs. And I think it was the Get Down song. They didn't feel it. They weren't fucking with it. They didn't bite on it. They didn't want to invest into Gillie because they knew he wasn't that nigga. See, Gillie was the type of nigga that sound good freestyling. And, you know, just, he throwing a beat, he rap, that's Gillie. But on a song, you know, hook, bridge, his voice don't sound good on the track. Like freestyle though, he good. You know, battle rap, he good. Acapella, he good. But on the beat, nah. So he need a Cash Money, like a Young Money or a Rockefeller. He need to be surrounded by talent, not by himself. He can't stand on his own by himself as an artist. That's why he never got really what he wanted in a deal. Cause the label's like, hell no, we ain't finna give you all that. You talking like you got hit records. Like, we ain't finna give this nigga no $1 million or no 2 million or no whatever he want, 500,000, and he ain't got no track record. So that's what the issue was with 50 and Interscope. Because 50 told Interscope like this, like, look, if y'all fuck with this nigga right here, give him a chance. He got a lot of momentum as far as like on the DVDs, which it only came from DVDs and beef. See, the reason why a lot of niggas know who Gillie is outside of Philly is only because of the DVDs and beef. If you take away Lil Wayne and Cassidy out of Gillie the Kid life, his rap career, niggas ain't gonna know who he was as far as like besides Philly. You take them DVDs away, you take Cassidy and Lil Wayne, he ain't had that. He ain't had the momentum. That was his momentum right there. So that's how 50 knew, like, this nigga ain't, he don't even fit as a group artist. So 50 told Interscope, like, listen here. Same shit he did for Mano. All right, y'all sign him, y'all give him a deal. I stamp it and I support it. I support it fully. So I'm gonna promote it. I jump on the track with him. We got D12 over here. Cause you know, Interscope, you got Aftermath, Shady Aftermath, you got Eminem, G Unit. So we can put him with so many people. Stat Quo, he with Aftermath. You got Lil Scrappy. Then the people that he know. So, you know, they're like, Interscope like, hell yeah, if you're stamping now, cause at this time, if 50 stamp you, you out of here. You know what I'm saying? 50 got them tell the label, sign him. And I stamp it. And nigga, yeah, I'm gonna support it. So they're like, hey, yeah, if you're gonna do that, then I know it'll sell. He at least will sell 400,000, 500,000. But 50 get on the phone with Kev, Cosmic Kev. Tell your boy Gillie, hey, I got a deal for him. Interscope. Nigga, we gonna give him 6-figure check, 250,000, 300,000. Whatever it was. It wasn't really what he wanted, but it was 6 figures. Kev let Gillie know. It was a good deal too. Wasn't fucking him over. Wasn't no 360. It was a decent deal for a push like that. And all these niggas around you, he wasn't gonna lose. He at least was gonna go gold. He was gonna get a hit record because 50 would have jumped on the song. Banks, Buck, one of these niggas, they would have jumped on the song and fuck with it. Like, he would have been family. Would have went on tour. Gillie fucked up, but hold on. So Kev, you know, tell a nigga like, hey, and let's go trying to sign you. 50 gonna help you, and he gonna give you beats, Dr. Dre, all that stuff. You gonna get good beats, good production, good marketing, all that stuff. Gillie ain't want to hear it. Gillie want $1 million. What? $1 million? Kev get back on the phone with Phil like, hey man, he's saying that he appreciate it, it's all good, but he want an M. An M. Like, nah, they ain't gonna bite on that. They ain't gonna bite on that. Like, but 50, you know, he go back to Interscope, say, yeah, he really he'll do it, but he want this. He want $1 million. You ain't gotta change nothing in the contract, but he want an M. Give him an M. Like, we gave you an M. You had mixtapes, you had traction, you had momentum, you had all this shit going. That's why we gave you an M. He won the goddamn, or Eminem gave him an M. But he won an M and he ain't got no songs. This what he got, Get Down, and a song with the group he was in, Major Figures. Hell no, like, he ain't getting no M. We give him this 100,000, 200,000, 300,000. We give him that and give him some points. Give him a good, you know what I'm saying? He got y'all. Cause if he worth all that, why you ain't signing the G Unit? Sign it there. Let him be in a group. 50 like, hell no. Y'all sign him. He don't fit with us. His style don't fit with us. He like, hell no, we can't give him no M. Jimmy I ain't even finna give him no M. Hell no. Gillie won't never work no M. Never. Now, talking, rapping, not even 500K. Hell no, bro. Nah. So, you give Gillie an M back then in 06, 07, he wasn't worth that with it in his pocket. He was not worth that. He ain't got no song that we know. He ain't got no flow that we know. No bars that's like, damn. Nah, Gillie wasn't no nigga like, he wasn't that nigga like that for like no artist. 50 was trying to help him. And that's the deal he fucked up on. He should have never fumbled that bad. He should have never, because that would have took him to the top. He would have really been able to pop his shit. He would have finessed the game. He worried about finessing this label. Yeah, this label gave him 200,000. Birdman paid me my money. He was worried about the wrong shit. He was worried about impressing people and the upfront money and didn't understand what was around him. He didn't understand the momentum that was around him. He didn't have no momentum. So 50 was seeing that and tried to give him top tier elite momentum, and he turned it down for $1 million that he wasn't even worth. Gillie just didn't see the bigger picture. That's all that was. Like, he worried about Benny Siegel and state property and freeway and what these niggas doing. Not worried about his own shit, man. He fumbled that bit bad, man. He would have made way more than the M. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then he gonna sign another deal, and he ain't even sell no records. He ain't even get the proper push, the proper marketing. Like, that nigga that was retarded, man. Back then, he wasn't smart. Gillie was trying to stay in competition. You know what I'm saying? He wanted the image. He wanted bragging rights. He ain't really want no money. He ain't really want to win. He wanted bragging rights. Why would you worry about $1 million when you got 50 Cent? You see the nigga went diamond back to back. Like, that's retarded. Like, so he always wasn't making $1 million decisions. Like, you know, he was small-minded, you know. Never got what he wanted either, so it never worked. He could never talk his way into that $1 million a deal. I mean, $1 million for a deal. You know what I'm saying? So, nigga, you needed a feature. You needed a 50 Cent feature. That's all that was, man. But a lot of artists fumble the bag like that. Like, it ain't just Gillie. A lot of people fumble their bags. It could be with a podcast. It could be with a radio station. You know what I'm saying? You can do something with Hot 97. They say, you may want, because it's Hot 97, nigga, I want 500,000. They say, we give you 50,000. Not understanding their audience, what they're going to do for your resume. But you get the next go around when they renegotiate the deal, or your next deal with somebody else, or you go on your own shit. Like, you never know. Like, but nigga want this big check. Like, same shit with Scarlett. I want $1 million. Well, you want a 360. You don't want no masters or no publishing. We get you, yeah, that's what you want. Yeah, if you even get that, they may feel like you ain't worth that. So yeah, man, a lot of niggas fumble that bad like that, man. You know what I'm saying? They see this big label, or they see this big brand, Live Nation. They want all this money. Nigga, you ain't gonna get that. You gonna get this little bit of money, but you gonna get this on the back end. Like, you may get signed with CMG. He ain't gonna give you, God ain't gonna give you 700,000 like he gave each G. Well, look at all the talent that's around you. Like, take this 150,000 and look at all this momentum. Look at all these cheaper features you can get because you're on the label. You know what I'm saying? So then you'll go somewhere else. You'll go to Epic Records and get an extra 100,000. You know what I'm saying? So now they give you 250 or whatever, or 300,000. You get that and you drop an album and you don't do nothing. You sell 20,000 your first week. They ain't market you. You ain't never get the features you needed. You don't get that push. Then you get pushed to the back of the label. Now you in debt, you in the red. And they ain't let you drop because you ain't hot enough. They feel like you ain't hot enough. When you could have went to CMG to the lower bag, drop when you want to drop, or got more control, got more of your masters or your publishing, all that there, or at least can, when they make enough money off of it, they'll let you buy it back. You know what I'm saying? Give you free game, set your own label up, build that up. Yeah, we all eat. He eat off you with your masters on that or your publishing, but you got your own label. And yeah. So, man, like I said, he'll let you buy it back or work something out that you get more percentage of it, whatever, because he understand. You understand? So, but motherfucker from the bag, or he can give you a little bag and you get to keep your publishing, all that there. But it depends on if you got a track record. You can't come to a nigga, like you can't come to your Gotti and you ain't got no hit records, you ain't got no merch, you ain't got nothing, like no radio play, no nothing. Your IG ain't popping, like, but you want all this shit, like, it don't work like that, man. They ain't good business. So that's what that was, man. That's all. Gillie tried to make it seem like he just some smart ass nigga, but he always wasn't like that. He even had niggas in his ear telling him, like Kev and different niggas, like, you need some momentum. You need a hit record to talk like how you talking. Your mouthpiece ain't that good. You can't finesse these niggas. You can get a low bag, and he had a stamp. You needed a co-signer. You can't just, your credit wasn't good with these labels. You needed a co-signer. Or get your publishing up. That's why Birdman wanted your publishing. Or your masters or whatever. Like, cause you can't, the shit that you want, you can't get all that done. So that's why Gillie had to go through his struggling phases in his rap career. Cause he had the big head with no big songs. And like, come on, man, like, don't let that work. Don't let that talking fool you. Don't let that talking fool you like Gillie was just some big dog back in the day. He never was. He stayed relevant through beef and DVDs. That's it. Not because songs on the radio or he's selling a lot of records or something like that. No. He ain't got no plaques. He ain't got no plaques. That Major Figure record, that don't count. You in a group. That ain't you. The Get Down record was trash. It was trash. You know, that's what that was on that, man. He never really tried to sign Gillie. He was trying to do business with Gillie. That's all that was, man. That's all that was, man. Because besides the dissing Cassidy and Lil Wayne, that Lil Wayne dissing carried Gillie for decades. The Cassidy shit, he dissed these niggas while they was hot. But Wayne dissed them first. And Cassidy, they fell out. He tried to, you know, out gangster Cassidy and try to, you know, shut him down. That only worked with Cassidy because Gillie not known for stepping on nothing. He not known for being a monster. He not known for, you know, deboing niggas and all that shit there, smacking niggas and shit. Like, niggas ain't scared of Gillie. They never was in Philly. They never, like, see, you gotta look at what monsters say about Gillie or what they'll say about a nigga. So when I look at A.R. Ab, he said Gillie a nice guy. He didn't say, well, you bumping to Gillie, that's a problem. Like, that's some work right there. Like, they never said that with him. They say he's a nice guy. So you ain't got that type of image. Like, he never was known for being a monster. You did that shit to Cassidy. That's Cassidy. You would have did that shit to A.R. Ab going to his hood, you would have died or got shot or killed. That's the truth. You couldn't have did that shit with no real Philly nigga that's about murder. You would have got packed out. That's the truth, man. Gillie is a real nigga though. Gillie is, you know, a stand-up guy, but he's not a threat when it comes to the streets. Not back then, not now. He was the guy that helped niggas like he doing now with me and Lyra for Game. He the guy that'll bring you to the radio. He'll bring you to this label, make the DJ play your song, let you open up for him, introduce you to this person, that person. That's Gillie. That's Gillie. Always the one that reach his hand down to pull a nigga up. Even though he ain't all the way up to the top, he still gonna reach his hand down and give a nigga a shot. He brought AR-Ab to the radio. And a lot of niggas, Meek Mill helped him out. A lot of niggas, man. That's him. So he do got the right to pop his shit. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, like he stayed relevant through that shit, the beef and the DVDs. That's it. Not because he hot. Not because he got bars for days and shit like that. Yeah, he probably won them battles, Jewels and My Son. Yeah, that's a battle. That's it. Like I said, I ain't saying Gillie no fake nigga. He ain't no sucker. He could fight. You know what I'm saying? But he's not no shooter. Yeah, I believe if he got a gun in his pocket and you smack him, he, you know what I'm saying, handling business. If you shoot at him, he probably will shoot back, shit like that. But he ain't known if Philly goddamn for being no monster, no real jack boy like that a nigga be worried about him. He probably robbed, like Kevin Hart said. He robbed, but real jackers or real niggas who was plugs, they wasn't worried about Gillie the Kid taking they sack. You see what I'm saying? Like, but he is a street nigga, you know, he come from that cloth. He come from that, you know what I'm saying? He that, but it's a lot of niggas like that in the hood. They from the hood. They seen a lot of shit. They sold drugs. They maybe robbed a couple times. Listen to the stories when they say him and Wallow, when they say they went on their robberies. It never was no stories like kicking no door and the nigga got bricks and they took bricks like AR-Ab did. They kidnapped a nigga. They took 100 pounds from this nigga. They robbed a nigga for a brick, some dog food. Like, it was petty robberies. It wasn't no, you know what I'm saying? That's what that was, man. But yeah, though, back to the other shit. Gillie ain't never, 50 ain't never tried to just make that nigga no G with a nigga. He would have signed though. Ain't no trying. He would have gave you the $1 million, but you wouldn't worth that. He would have gave you $500,000. You wouldn't worth that. Come on, man. But yeah, man, that's all it was, man. If y'all feel like I'm a hater and I'm hating on Gillie, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Y'all make sure y'all cuss me out in them comments. Y'all got the right to give me a bad review. You know what I'm saying? Hit the dislike. You know what I'm saying? Like we do Chick-fil-A or McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? I still fuck with you. That mean you don't like the rest of my shit. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't tripping about none of that shit, man. But if you feel like I'm on point, hit the like button, man. Share the video. Like I said, Gillie is who he say he is. You know what I'm saying? He is a stand-up guy, you know, but he do a little capping a little bit. We all do, you know what I'm saying? So that's just the truth on that. We don't remember this Gillie the Kid popping era. Like we don't know your raps. We do know that. We heard that Lil Wayne did song, Cannon. You know what I'm saying? That's it, man. Know all that old shit. You talking about, I remember y'all was the biggest label and all that. Yeah, in Philly, not around the world, not around America. No, we don't know the, you know what I'm saying? We ain't never heard nobody say, hey man, put that Gillie the Kid on. Never. Not in your best days. You know what I'm saying? So, niggas say shit like, put that Wallow and Gillie on now. You seen that Wallow interview? They say that shit now. But back in the Get That rap shit when you're calling. That podcast shit, that's your calling. You understand that? So yeah, man. Keep being great though. Keep being great. But yeah, man, I'm gone, man.